Welcome back to the late night review, and tonight I'm going to be talking about a movie I grew up with. Got a lot of nostalgia for it, as usual on my channel. Usually I talk about movies I have a lot of nostalgia for. These videos that you're watching, all the videos on my channel, I make myself. I don't hire anyone to do the editing. I do everything. I work alone. I do the intros, the outros, everything in the middle. I choose the free music, the free photos, and just I try to build the atmosphere. I know the intros are a little bit too long for YouTube, but I put them that way on purpose, make them that way on purpose, because I like the atmosphere and the tone that it sets for my videos. I think it sets the mood, and I like that. Just my style. And yeah, it's hard work. So please like and subscribe. If you do that, I'll appreciate it. It makes my hard work seem worthwhile. And I'll keep putting more videos out. And share this video, share this channel with other people so they could see this type of content. Hit the thumbs up button and pass it around. But this movie that I'm going to talk about is a movie with Sylvester Stallone. I was taken to the theater to see it, and I'm talking about Over the Top. Over the Top. I really like this movie. I think it's a solid Sylvester Stallone movie. It's always been one of my favorite of his, actually. I think it's got a good story. The arm wrestling I enjoy. I like the fact that he's an arm wrestler in here. But the story between him and his son, he's trying to rebuild that relationship with his son because he was gone for so long, and he's trying to repair that, heal that, and it's hard for his son to give him a chance. And then, of course, the grandfather, played by Robert Loggia, who's a great actor, seen him in multiple films, always does a good job. He's trying to hurt their relationship, keep them separate. It's a sad movie, has drama, has good action. Typical 80s, though, score at the beginning. I really like the score at the beginning. It's meaningful. It's very fitting for the story. And this movie, from start to finish, it's always been one of my favorites. It's inspirational, for people who've made mistakes in their life and they want to get better or make a change or repair something or repair a relationship. I think it's inspirational. It's one of Sylvester Stallone's best to me. I like this movie quite a bit. I was taken to the theater to see it, and I remember after the movie was over, I wanted to arm wrestle my dad all the time. I wanted it, and then I took my hat off, put it backwards, like he did in the movie when we arm wrestled, and then I tried to do the over the top thing with the thumb. But yeah, I was on cloud nine after the movie was over. I wanted to arm wrestle my dad, so when we got home, we arm wrestled. Quite a bit, and then days after that too, because of the movie. Yeah, and the characters in here I thought were good. The other arm wrestlers I thought were exciting, interesting, powerful looking characters, and then of course the main guy, Bull Hurley. I thought was, menacing and powerful looking and strong. Sylvester Stallone was underestimated. His character, Hawk, was underestimated, and he proved them all wrong at the end. But yeah, I think the relationship between him and his son and how he's trying to repair it, that's the meat of the movie. That's the center of the movie. And then the arm wrestling is part of it. Their journey on the road together is part of it. And then, of course, the grandfather, played by Robert Loggia, trying to tear him apart. And then, of course, that one of the saddest scenes of the movie, well, no, it is the saddest scene to me, is when his wife dies in the hospital. And then it just breaks his heart, breaks his son's heart. That kind of tears him apart again. But there's a lot of scenes in this movie that are pretty sad. So it has drama. It's not just a Sylvester Stallone action movie. It's drama. But then again, when you look at his body of work, he's had a lot of drama and a lot of great acting in his other films like Rocky, Rambo 1, Rocky 2. Nighthawks was a good movie with him and Rutger Hauer, Billy D. Williams, I believe, and other actors that you'd seen in other films. And so he's had movies that are filled with drama too, and good acting. I think he's a very good actor as well, probably underrated. This is a movie that is, like I said earlier, it's inspirational. It's not just about arm wrestling, it's about the story between him and his son, his wife, the grandfather, him trying to repair things, making a mistake, big mistakes in the past, and trying to make up for it. And we can all probably relate to that. I think it's a well-rounded movie, and it was good. I saw it at the theater, and it was quite a good theater experience. I saw it at the Roxy, a local theater in Renton called the Roxy. That's where I grew up, in Renton, Washington. I don't live there now, but that's where I grew up, and I enjoyed myself quite a bit. Always went to see movies there, and then with Sylvester saw Rocky 4 there. That was awesome. Over the Top, it's still one of my favorite Sylvester Stallone movies. I like the scene where they try to, the grandfather sends these henchmen to try to kidnap his son, and then Sylvester Stallone beats him up in the parking lot outside that restaurant after his son defeats the other kid in the arm wrestling match, and he's out there and he rescues his son. That was one of my favorite parts. And then, of course, the arm wrestling finale at the end where they have the tournament of. I used to watch arm wrestling when I was a kid. I think ESPN used to have arm wrestling. You can watch it a long time. They still probably do. I just haven't watched it for decades. But I used to watch it as a kid, especially after this movie. And it's a good tournament at the end. Sylvester Stallone does a really good job. The music in here is inspirational. And if you haven't seen it and you like Sylvester Stallone, and if you like Rocky, you'll probably like this. It's not as good as Rocky or Rocky 1 to me, but it's good. It's really good, and it has a good story. If you like his other movies that are similar to this and Rocky, you'll probably like this. It's a decent, well done, good movie. It's not his greatest movie, but I think it's really good. I always enjoyed Over the Top, and I highly recommend it. And if you haven't seen it, I think you're in for a nice watch and a nice movie. So this has been the Late Night Review. Please like and subscribe. Like I said earlier, I'm doing all these videos myself, doing all the editing. And have a good night, everybody.